In this episode, we will be exploring the position limit features of the eRob Rotary Actuator in position control operating mode. When the actual position error of the eRob's motion reaches the maximum position error, the rotary actuator will trigger an error and stop operation. Feature 1. Maximum position error position protection. The maximum position error parameter serves as the threshold to restrict the position following error. To configure this parameter, open the eTuner PC software and establish connection with the eRob Rotary Actuator that has a load pre-installed. Navigate to the position limit menu, where you will find the settings for the maximum position error at the top. Next, launch the TwinCAT software. Ensure that it is already connected to the eRob Rotary Actuator and that the motion parameters have been configured. Once inside the software, navigate to the NC online interface. Simply click on Set followed by Alt to enable the eRob Rotary Actuator. Enter the NC functions interface and configure the following settings. Set start mode to reversing sequence for reciprocating motion. Set target velocity to 20,000. Set target position 1 to the current position 0. Set target position to 2131072. Click on Start. The eRob Rotary Actuator will perform reciprocating motion between 0 degrees and 90 degrees. Utilize the built-in oscilloscope function within eTuner to capture the following variables: target position, actual speed, and position error. Click on Start Sampling to capture the data. Under normal operation of the eRob Rotary Actuator, the waveform of actual position should closely track the target position with minimal position error. In this particular case, the maximum position error observed is 79. The maximum position error parameter should be slightly larger than the maximum position error obtained. A value of 100 is chosen in this experiment. Click on Apply to save the changes and update the parameter settings accordingly. Set the built-in oscilloscope to trigger on the rising edge of the error code of the control system. With a sampling interval of 50 microseconds, then click Start Sampling. We will interfere with the eRob operation by applying external force, causing the eRob to stop. After the eRob Rotary Actuator stops due to the error, the maximum position error the oscilloscope captured was 100, reaching the maximum position error threshold. Proceed to the monitor interface to investigate further. The error message displayed states the position error exceeds the limit value. To gather more details, open the error history, where the error code hex 8500 is displayed. For detailed instructions on using the built-in oscilloscope, please refer to previous introductory videos on oscilloscopes. You can find the relevant links in the video description. These tutorials will provide step-by-step guidance on utilizing the oscilloscope's features. Feature 2. Soft position error, position protection. The soft position error parameter is crucial for defining the threshold of position tracking accuracy for eRob Rotary Actuator. While utilizing this limit, when the actual position error exceeds the designated value, a position error warning will be triggered, but the eRob Rotary Actuator will continue movement without stopping. For example, adjust the maximum position error parameter to 600 and set the soft position error value to 100. Then click Apply to implement these changes. After making the parameter adjustments, navigate to the TwinCAT NC online interface. Click on the F8 button to clear the error. Once the error is cleared, proceed to re-enable and restart the operation of the eRob Rotary Actuator to resume normal functionality. Navigate to the COE online interface and examine the value of the status word hex 6041. If the value displayed is hex 1237, the bit 7 of the status word should be 0, indicating that no warning has occurred. Check the error history in the eTuner software to retrieve the warn code. If the displayed message reads warn code, no errors, it indicates that the errors have been cleared. Capture the following variables via the built-in oscilloscope: target position, actual speed, and position error. Set up the built-in oscilloscope to trigger on the rising edge of the warn code of the control system. Click on Start Sampling to initiate the data acquisition process. Then apply external force or interference to the eRob motion. The oscilloscope will trigger and start capture the relevant data. Now, the value of the status word hex 6041 is hex 12B7, while the bit 7 value is 1, indicating a warning. Upon checking the warning code, it corresponds to the soft position error warning with a value of hex FF01. Despite this warning, the eRob continues to maintain its normal operational state. Check the error history in the eTuner software to retrieve the warn code. The displayed message reads warn code, position error. The oscilloscope captures the actual maximum position error is 102, exceeding the soft position error. Entering the COE online interface in TwinCAT, we can clear the warning by writing a value of 1 to object hex 3B63. Upon doing so, the warning code will be cleared and read as hex for zeros. When using the soft position error functionality, it is typical to set this parameter to a value smaller than the maximum position error but larger than the actual maximum position error. Upon the trigger of a soft position error by the controller, Appropriate actions can be taken in advance, such as reducing eRob operating velocity. To prevent the actual position error from becoming too large and triggering a hex 8500, the position error exceeds the limit value error causing shutdown. The detailed explanation of the relevant object dictionary can be found in Chapter 8 of the eRob Canapan and EtherCAT user manual. To disable the soft position error warning feature, set the soft position error in position limit interface to 0, soft speed error in safe speed interface to 0, and soft struck time in block interface to 0. Apply and save these settings to deactivate the soft warning functionality. Feature 3: Position Limit, Position Protection. The position limit parameters are used to set the minimum and maximum position limits for eRob movement. The limiting effect will be demonstrated. Setting the minimum position to 43,690 and the maximum position to 87,381, then clicking Apply. This establishes a range where the eRob's minimum position corresponds to 30 degrees and its maximum position to 60 degrees. Consequently, we can observe the eRob is constrained to move within the range of 30 degrees to 60 degrees during its reciprocating motion. Capture the following variables via the built-in oscilloscope: target position, actual position, actual speed, and position error. Click on Start Sampling to initiate the data acquisition process. From the waveform, we can see that the eRob decelerates and stops immediately when reaching the minimum and maximum position limits, indicating the effectiveness of the eRob position limits. Users can adjust the minimum and maximum position limits according to the actual operating range to avoid physical collisions of the equipment. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.